Good evening, kings and queens. Good evening, kings and queens. This is the Grind Hard, Dream Big show. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. Yeah, the harder you grind, the bigger you dream. And I got a young king in the building doing his thing out here, minding his own black business, inspiring everybody that he comes in contact with. Introduce yourself, King.
Yo, the name is Justin Drummond, the Inspirationist, CEO, entrepreneur, motivational speaker. And just like to get the job done. Here rocking it with Dream Big, Grind Hard.
Grind hard, dream big. It's all good. I know it's been a long day. Grind hard, dream big. You feel me?
For sure.
Yeah, the harder you grind, the bigger you dream. Yeah, that's my man. Hey, so look, we went to school together, man.
For sure, bro. Yeah.
We went to school together, man.
We did, bro.
Charles Herbert Flowers High School, man. And time is flying. Time is flying, man. So how you been feeling, man? Like, you know what I'm saying, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, and all that.
I've been doing good, man. You know, man, kind of left, stopped playing basketball. That was kind of where, originally, I know we met at school, but I was hooping, and that kind of took me away from Flowers, man. So, college, man, basketball kind of got me to where I am now, where I'm, doing business, man. I got about 3 businesses, man. So it's a nonstop grind, man.
My man said he got 3 businesses, not 1, not 2, but 3. Man. That's a lot.
Yes,
that's a lot, man. That's a lot on your plate.
For sure.
So what are you doing in the downtime then?
Man, honestly, bro, I don't really be having downtime.
You said you don't have the downtime.
I really don't be having downtime. I mean, if I'm not sleeping, I'm either strategizing, I'm thinking. And honestly, man, if I'm not physically working, like, typing or, actually doing a deliverable, I'm just strategizing for the next move, man.
Strategizing for your next move.
Yeah. Because
so that means that you probably play chess.
Oh, I'm a great chess player.
I don't even know how to play chess. I need somebody to teach me.
Oh, yes.
I need somebody to teach me like ASAP.
I'm a great chess player. Yeah,
that's what's up. That's what's up. So, first business.
Yeah.
First business. What was the first one, man?
So the first business is called Spark or Spark C. The reason why I put the C on there is because there was a company with the name Spark.
Okay.
So I just had to do that for the website, but also just to differentiate my company from the other ones. So that was something I read in the book before I started my business to just find a name that differentiates your business from somebody else's. So man, started it from a love of safety, bro. Like, I was a basketball player, but one of my passions was safety. Like, I just love safety. I was always locking the doors, checking the windows. That was kind of the thing that got me going. It was like my like adrenaline boost. So when I was in school, I was played basketball, high level D1 at Toledo. But ball was never life, man, for me. It was always a means to the life I want to live.
Ooh, okay. I like that. I like that. A lot of people be like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to just go ahead and ball.
Exactly.
That's it. That's all.
Man, and it's like, we fed that, but it's it's not a trap for everybody, but for the majority, a lot of us fall short. And I'm more so seeing that. This is a quote I like to say is smart people learn from their own mistakes. Wise people learn from others' mistakes.
Already. We just got into the show. You already giving them that dropping gems already.
And, because I got so many, acquaintances, friends that play basketball. Playing Division I, a lot of people, but you see the journey of how it ended up for them, and you try to learn how you can do it different before you get to the end of the cliff. Okay. And that's what I did, man. So started a company called Spark in 2013 while I was in college.
Okay.
And did it in college, man, because when I came out, I didn't want to have to get a job.
Okay.
So I was like, it takes like a good year and a half for a business to even start making some money.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right, I got 2 years while I'm in school, and I was playing high-level basketball. It was one of the best years, I would say, of my career. So very busy. But I made the time, man. From the long bus rides, we always in hotel rooms. I just continued to just build my business plan, like what I wanted to do. I wanted to start with security. Didn't really know I would be into cybersecurity now.
Okay.
But just planted the seed. So going through school, when I came out, man, I decided I wanted to just go full-fledged with my business.
Okay.
And Spark right now, we do cybersecurity and training technologies. And we service government, private, the healthcare sector. We service education sector. We service the acquisition sector, private sector, nonprofits. And we're just continuing to grow. and make a foundation in cybersecurity in this area.
That's what's up, man. So you just plugged in everywhere with the cybersecurity. So what was the spark behind the cyber though? Like,
So,
was you a tech savvy person coming up?
Man, I wasn't, man. The thing was, see, I always got outside of my circle with basketball. Like, I was always around my teammates. I see y'all every day. I'm with y'all all the time, man. Let me go meet some other folks.
Right.
So I just started finding other people that I just, thought what they did was intriguing, and their just ability to operate a computer. So like I said, all these long bus rides, all these hotel rooms where you got nice desks and everything.
Right. Yeah.
I took advantage of it. So,
right.
And, away games, I'm sitting there just up 2 or 3 in the morning. Either it's YouTube videos, learning how to do something, or just getting more familiar with something that I know is going to get me to the next level if that ball stops bouncing. The ball stops bouncing.
I got you. That's what's up, man. For real. I think that's really dope because it's like, all right, man, you balling, but it's like, man, you know what? I already tried planting a seed in my head. Like, all right, you know what? When I get up out this joint, I ain't really trying to work for nobody. So I'm going to just go ahead and have my business and plant my feet. So when we talking about business, we got to get into the fundamentals. So for the people that don't know how to start a business, what do we do? You know what I'm saying? What do we do?
So, man, the thing is starting a business is the business don't start without you, right?
Ooh, okay.
I say, if you're not right, the business will never start. And, a lot of people don't really want to take the risk on having an actual business. I see a lot of affiliate, I'm just going to call it, I see a lot of affiliate businesses these days, or a lot of affiliate business owners, right?
Okay.
And it's like to really reap the full rewards of being an entrepreneur, you must start from the ground level, right? There's no parachute that can take you up, or very few people get that elevator.
Okay.
I like to say majority of us got to take the steps, though.
Right, yeah, we do.
So hop in line
sure.
and let's put that grind together,
sure.
So it's it's really just having your foundation and have you put in the time to research what you're going into. Like, somebody told me a business, so I'm a business owner. So if you tell me you got a business, I got the questions that can literally open your whole, plan up to see if it's real.
Right.
And, and it took me about a good, 9 months to kind of put my plan of Spark together before I actually started it.
Right.
So, it just starts with that internal research and you're never going to have all the answers. I don't have all the answers. I make mistakes every day, but I try not to make the same mistake twice.
I like that.
And that's really how I move forward. So that's the advice I would give to somebody if they want to start a business.
That's what's up. And that's transparent because you basically saying, look, man, I'm taking the steps, but at the same time, it's a couple of hiccups. I'm not perfect.
Sure.
We're not perfect as people,
Yeah.
but, you're not trying to make that same mistake twice.
Yeah.
And I think that's really, really dope how you're saying that ball was an outlet for you. But now I'm saying you really are trying to figure out different ways to go about different things. And cybersecurity, that's really, really dope.
Yeah.
A lot of people I know personally ain't doing that.
Yeah.
So that's,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
probably, I know that's a money maker when they talk about technology and all that.
Yeah.
So
It
with
is.
that too, were you able to get into universities locally as well?
Yeah, so man, let me tell you kind of the first service that I did. So man, we serviced about 14 schools in 3 years. We had a service called Digital Safety, and I literally made it up by you basketball players. So you see the cops, in the tunnels when you walking out for the games, and they talk to you about you just got to be safe on campus, so on and so forth.
Right.
But I took the advantage to meet these people. Like, hello, I'm Justin Drummond. I'm looking forward to. I started a safety. At the time, I called it private security because cybersecurity wasn't really in my framework. I just knew security was where I wanted to go. Like I said, I never had all the answers.
Right.
But I knew the step I needed to take. So I just started making those connections and realized that they have a difficult time just adapting to the digital landscape at universities.
Okay.
And son, it sold like wildfire. Like I had 14 schools in 3 years.
Wow.
And it just kept me afloat. So it was something I literally crafted, and that was one of the first kind of, let's say, foundations of me getting into colleges.
Okay.
So, but now with the cyber, man, a lot of government, a lot of private, a lot of more so state, local type governments that we provide services for. But like you said, man, it's a field that we're not in. I'm the only one always in the room. That's why I gotta look the sharpest.
Yeah.
Because the day I don't, it just doesn't allow the next person to have a clean slate coming in the door that looks like me.
Right. Sometimes they say that your appearance and your attire can take you in the rooms your degrees can't. You know what I'm saying? So I think you're a firm believer of that.
Definitely.
So I think that's a perfect segue into the next business,
sure,
man.
man.
I think it definitely is. So executive suits, know what I'm saying? Like, how did that come about, and what was the inspiration about
So,
that,
man, executive suits, I've always wanted to have multiple businesses. But with exec suits, when I was going out to clients with Spark and I would be, going out, I have to wear suits. So after school, that was my first time, like, all right, no more basketball gear. I got to put down, the J's and kind of get get the attire for the life that I'm trying to live.
Right.
And went to Joseph A. Banks, man, bought my first suit for like $4.99, man, and I was not impressed.
Okay.
But my lack of knowing suits and just being a starter entrepreneur, a starter coming into the professional world, I fell for it. Right.
Right.
Started ripping, just not great quality, and the options that they had there, I just knew it was something better.
Okay.
And I was like, if I can do the research to find out where I can get the best quality at the best price, I can, because it's a market there for it.
Right,
and I always
for
saw
sure.
that, and I just had to act on it. So literally, man, it's been a 4-year journey. I started in 2015.
Okay.
Put up my own money, took a trip, all the way across the world. I can't really tell you where, but all the way across the world.
That's all good.
To make the right connections. Met about 50 business people that don't look like me, don't speak the same language as me, and really had to decipher, the non-businessmen from the opportunists, from those people that don't even understand how valuable it is to create that connection with USD. Let me just keep it 100, with USD based on their currency, and understanding the business benefits in the long term.
Got you.
And man, I really think that God put somebody in my path that was that perfect partner. And and from that, it was about another 3-year journey, just learning how to measure, man. Like, I was whole new for me. Like, I had to buy my friends suits. They come back small. All right, cool. I invested more money.
Right.
And through that process, man, literally built a whole business, a whole pipeline. And we literally have like repeat customers that just love our suits. We full out tailored, and more so we create a comfortable experience for our customers because we save your measurements. And a lot of our stuff is done not like the traditional tailored suit company.
Okay, that's what's up.
And that's kind of what Exec Suits is here for. And honestly, to service our community, like we have some of the lowest prices in town, but the best quality, I believe, in the area.
That's what's up, man.
And I do it because this is not really a money thing for for execs. It's more of, I want my community to have access.
Right.
Because when we got to buy those things for $1,000 and $1,200, it limits our access to it, and that ultimately can limit our ability to just make that impression that you need to get to the next level, or be able to provide that just that outlet that your presentation is right.
Facts. I think that's dope because, coming up is like we hear the notion of, okay, you know what I'm saying, if you in that, then you going to get that.
Exactly.
Or the notion of the clothes make the man or the man make the clothes. And
Yeah.
you just like, all right, you know what, cool.
Yeah.
And I know, like, when you're wearing suits, right, you probably feel some type of way.
For sure.
Maybe like a prom, graduation, a big significant moment, which you're celebrating. So you could look fly in that. And it's black owned too.
For
So
sure.
I feel like that's definitely dope. Why not, support and shop with your people?
Right.
So when you said the notion of measurements and always coming back, what was that rapport for you when you had to really study like customer service? Like what did customer service look like?
So that's a great question, man. And that was the one thing that we wanted to differentiate. We wanted to make it so comfortable for us to extract the things that require you to either come to the store or do something that really is not in your comfortable environment. So we switched up the plan of, we don't have a site. Of course, we didn't have the money to get a site. We just started the company.
Right.
But we wanted to make sure that customers had a comfortable experience. So we literally did in-home tailoring.
Okay.
This is before COVID and everything.
Right, for sure.
And so literally, customers, man, we would just literally come on their couch. We come to their house, literally, they just got to stand up and do it for 20 minutes. They're back on their couch eating their popcorn. We bring all the suits to you, bring all the fabric to you, and, we allow them to just pay now or pay when you're ready. So
Got you.
But the
That's
good
what's
thing
up.
is we went and extracted those measurements.
Okay.
So now we can provide a comfortable experience for you to reorder, for you to not have to, use the same energy for what you had to do to provide us with those measurements. So that's one of the things. And our pricing, man, we sell 2 for $5.99 of the best quality in town, and 2 for $6.99 of any luxury you can think of. We got houndstooth, it just all levels of what they would charge you, amounts for that. Honestly, our community does not have to spend on suits.
Right.
We literally just kind of become that solution and become that just overlap that we're here, and we have the things that at all ages, that are comfortable based on our community's ability to purchase and not have to, go in a hole or do things that will require them to, let's say, be of at risk. Let's just say that.
I got you. I got you. Making sure that our young kings is
Yeah.
out here looking fly and it's reasonable too,
Right,
man. And I think
exactly.
that's dope because you pull up into the Gucci store or something like that, and that suit be $1,000. It's like, man, come on, man. You could go ahead and shop with
Come to
dude
execs,
down the
man.
street, you know what I'm
Come to
saying?
execs.
Yeah, make sure that you shop with them, man, for sure. So when we talking about that too, man, I know that you also achieved something as well. So shout out to Media
Yeah,
Prince, man.
yeah, for
shout out
sure.
to Media Prince, man.
For sure.
So what was that about? How
Yeah,
did that feel for you, man?
So that accolade with the execs is we did thorough research too on this. So I am the youngest African American suit owner in the country. When I started the company, I was about 26. I'm 28 now. We started it in 2019. So yes, and I got a late birthday. I was always the youngest anyway out of all my friends. Anyway,
For sure.
Yeah. So to just be a majority owner in the suit company. Yeah, man, that was something that we found kind of just man, we could capitalize on this. Let's in finding that information, and shout out to my publicist, and the Media Prince as well. We're just a whole team kind of to put that out there because we really think it can inspire the next generation because a lot of suit owners aren't black.
Right, for sure. Know what I'm saying?
So,
They don't
yeah.
look like us.
They
know
don't
what
look
I'm
like
saying?
us, and definitely the pricing doesn't cater to our culture, our community, and just the state of where we are.
Right, so putting that unity in community and really making sure that the community had those dots, man, I think that's definitely dope, man, and definitely major. So the fact that community was really first on your mind, that says a lot about you and your character. So when we're talking about that, right, what did you want people to realize? Okay, was it the quality, or is it like, hey, you know what, you could do this too, or what was that notion?
Man, it's a little bit of both, man, and that's
Okay.
the great thing about it is you could take whatever inspires you from it. If you just an older guy, man, this guy provides great suits. I'm not inspired to start a suit company or start anything else, but shoot, I'll take the suit. Then, if that's what it does for you, then cool. And if it's the young kid that's like, oh, how did you start that? Then if that sparks his brain to think, okay, well, if he tells me how he did it, maybe then I can, if not do that, do something else. It's more of the process and ability to know how to build something.
Process and ability.
Yeah, so and so either it's that or the people that just people get all type of custom stuff with us, stuff that they would blow their pockets away. Now they can do it comfortably, so we kind of cater to those the fly guys and so on and so forth. So, man, whatever you take from it, and that's why I love it because we actually provide a great service, but it's actually a story behind it and a meaning to inspire because it's something that honestly is kind of closed off to us at the surface level.
That's good. That's dope, man. That's dope, man. Hey, look, he dropping gems early, y'all. For real, man. We're going to get into this break, man. Don't touch that dial. Grind hard, dream big, y'all.
Let's get it.
Grind the bigger your dream. Let's get to it, man. Come on now. Stop playing with yourself. Playing with that time. Doing what you want to do. You can't be selfish. You can be selfish with your dreams. You can be selfish with your goals, but you can't be selfish. I can't do this. I can't do that. Why? Because you keep complaining. You're not working. You can either be positive or you could be negative. Stop complaining. Stop worrying about them. You got you. The best investment is in yourself. You. Y-O-U. Grind hard, dream big. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. Yeah. Harder you grind, the bigger you dream. Yeah.
Taylor producing.
Y'all, and we back, man. Look, he's dropping gems, man. This dude got a suit company. He doing cybersecurity. It's like, man, he Midas touch, just sitting there touching everything that he can just put his mind to, and to be like, look, man, it's upstairs. It's all upstairs.
Sure.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying, you got a fly shirt on, and you know what I'm saying, that's another business, man.
Sure.
So let's get into that. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
This say Dreamers Inspiration.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what was the motive behind that, or the motor?
For sure.
You know what I'm saying, behind that.
Let's get into it. So, man, I've always haven't been afraid of public speaking. That's kind of been my, let's say, value in a lot of groups. As I was just growing up, when I was in school, so on and so forth. And then when I was playing basketball, I was more so the team captain. So inspiring, guys my age, it's definitely not easy. You gotta find some good stuff to bring to the table.
Right.
So that kind of just helped me kind of get comfortable with it. And then I started speaking at schools, you know, kind of from 2016, 2019, public schools, private schools, even your everyday, you know, camps. I didn't really care how many kids I was speaking to. I just knew if I did it, I would touch a kid in there.
Right,
And
for
if
sure.
if I go in there and touch one, then I've done my job, you know.
Facts.
Because then they may be able to influence the kids that didn't get touched,
Exactly,
you know, or didn't get inspired or didn't catch the message.
Reach one, teach one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, man, and just always had an idea of, you don't really see a lot of inspirational companies, but inspirational companies that really fund or just only push positivity at all costs.
Right.
But I'm saying positivity, positive entertainment, everything positive.
Right.
And also, like, we have a lot of people in our community, man, young kids that got talents. I mean, I know young kids that got businesses now, all type of just creative, innovative ideas that are not able to be funded because I believe that they're too positive. And I want to be able to change that too. So to bring in those, you know, whether it's your everyday, your everyday poet, your everyday artist that really doesn't have that platform or the funding, the honest funding too, not trap funding, the honest funding to really flourish that dream. That's ultimately what I want Dreamers Inspiration to be, along with a lot of the speaking engagements and a lot of like I told you, some of the cyber camps. We're doing a lot of using a lot of the technology that we build with Spark to provide training outlets, learning outlets, virtual and training environment outlets for young kids to learn about cybersecurity, all type of things, finances, literacy, and using that capability to really expose the next generation to what we're doing, but also to expose them to things that'll help them build their path in life. And just expand their knowledge,
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Pushing the envelope forward. I like that. So it's like when you're talking about the dreamers, right? And it'd be like, man, this is really hard because, a dream is like, oh, my goodness, wow, like, what is this? So aiming towards that, right? And what is your dream? Like, how do we define that word? I think it's good to, like, break these words down when we talk about, like, dreams. So what is dream? Or what does that mean to you?
I really believe dreaming is just being a visionary, right?
Okay.
Being able to see where you can go with something, but it's not at the surface level, right? Like, man, I've had to see this business where I'm at now. I mean, right now I got about 6 employees. I've had, and I was at 0 2 years ago.
Okay.
So to really see where I can go, it's powerful, man. And Dreamers and the name Dream, it's surface level at its core. But once you see everything that is pushed behind, even building this foundation or this business, and the many things that go forward with it, it really just encompasses kind of what Dreamers really is.
Okay.
It's action, it's vision, it's providing information, it's providing access to opportunity, and also inspiring. So those are kind of the way that I define it and how I want Dreamers Inspiration to more of so be a beacon to represent that.
I got you. So when we talk about this inspiration, I know for me, like personally, I'm like, all right, man, I got to find a way to, motivate my people, inspire my people. So like I said, man, like low key, I'm not gonna lie, I was tapped into your IG. I'm like, man, he's really bringing it with the business, and he talking about like you just getting creative with the videos and different ways to do it, man. And it's like, man, you know what? That kind of like jump started me. Like, all right, you know what? Go ahead, Jay. You got to go ahead and do something too. Like, come on, man, make some noise out here and do what you do. So I was tapped into the lives and everything and making my own. And I was just like, man, you know what? It's really, really positive peer pressure. And I think that was really, really dope for you to do, man. So I want to say thank you for that push. You know what I'm saying? Even with that, when we first was having this conversation about it, he was like, man, you got a podcast, you doing your thing now, man. I see you grinding. Can I help in any type of way? And that's what I want people to realize. People can link up in different ways.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And build and help each other.
Exactly.
So this inspirational piece, man, like, what really inspires you?
Man.
And I know that
honestly,
may be deep because a lot of people be like,
man.
ooh, that just hit my soul. That hit my,
man.
You feel me? But honestly, what really inspires you?
The thing that inspires me, because it changes. The thing that inspires me today is a responsibility that I have to other people right now. That's what inspires me today.
You have to other people.
Because I have employees now. And for real entrepreneurs or those who have gotten to the level to have employees, you have to understand you're supporting people's livelihoods.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the way I act, what I do, what I choose to do, my professionalism with clients, because if they go away, then, ultimately I put their livelihoods at risk. So that's like a different level of responsibility to know that it's bigger than you.
Right.
So at this moment in time, the fact that I know that it's bigger than me inspires me to continue to be better. For the people that depend on me, but also are investing to know that I can depend on Justin because he will do the right thing and he will hold himself to a standard that will keep, what he promised me intact, but also my belief in where he's going.
Got you. That's dope.
So, yeah,
that's deep too, man. So you said responsibility of others. Yeah, I be feeling like sometimes it's like, for me, I think it's like the voice for the voiceless. Because it's like, man, nobody want to speak on these issues. Like, what are you talking about? Is being positive a sin? Like, what are we talking about?
Man,
you feel me?
crazy.
It's like crazy.
Man, treat it like it's a sin.
And it's like, wow, because there was so much, like clutter. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? From the music to, you know what I'm saying, social media, like we were saying earlier. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy how much information is out here, and we got to really be front line with it, man. So
Right.
how do you really like challenge yourself
Yeah.
on like maybe a message you say or something that's receptive
Yeah.
to the people? How do you kind of go about that? What is the creation process look
Creation, yeah, man. So I'm always a creative person, man. I mean, a lot of the videos that I do, it kind of comes easy. I'm just be so busy. It's just so hard to kind of fit them in.
Right.
But I can think of ideas very quick. It's kind of something that I feel like is, that's kind of like my talent. Everybody has a talent.
Right.
I just have a talent to kind of just, be able to just be a visionary for certain things. And also just speaking from experience, man, what I say is all from experience. Like even what I say, one of my videos is sometimes hard work don't pay off.
Right.
In the short term.
Right.
But ultimately it pays off in the long term, and that's what I've kind of had to go through, man. I've had opportunities, $1 million contracts, like right at the fingertips, and something went left.
Right.
And it has happened continuously though. And you continue to get better, but it's like you have to go through the process.
Right.
And and that's kind of that component has really done that for me, man.
That's what's
Yeah.
up. That's what's up. So when we talking about like, okay, I know like you having a business, right? The language of, I guess, like money, when we talking about saving, investing,
Right,
spending,
right.
like what did you really have to pour into that? Because I know you made a video, I think, and you was talking about sacrifice.
Sacrifice,
And it really,
yeah.
really stood out to me because it was like, all right, you know what, this is your business. So when I think of the term business, I'm like, all right, man, this is my business. This is my baby.
Right, it is.
So I got to nurture and I got to
Yeah.
feed my baby
Gotta
the
feed
right
it.
things, right?
Gotta feed it money.
So when we talk about sacrifice,
Yeah.
is that like personal or is it like you said with the responsibility of everybody? You know what I'm saying? How does that look like? Because I know that's
Man,
major.
It's
man. That's
major,
big.
bro. Like, so I've kind of had people that have been with me for about 4 years, right?
Okay.
So we started off, man. It was times when I couldn't pay some of these people. Like, yo, I could put me on a payment plan, like $40 every 2 weeks, because I just didn't have it.
Right.
But we were getting clients, we were doing things that they can see the next step.
Right.
So kind of with that, I eventually had to put them on payroll to really just show them that was my investment for them.
Okay.
And it was tough, man, because when you got payroll, it's every 2 weeks. You can't turn it off.
Right.
And if you tell somebody they're on payroll, you have to meet that mark every 2 weeks.
Right.
And, that was just really a wake-up call for me in business because it was really a jump starter to the next level of business that really moves a lot faster than the non-payroll side. And just, man, that is just one of the things that really have moved forward toward the responsibility component.
Right.
Yeah.
You try to make sure that they got paid.
Yeah,
But see,
and
I feel like that's hard because, like, you an entrepreneur, right? So, like, in the beginning, it's going to be tough. It's going to be hard. Like, the rocky road, you know what I'm saying? The forks in the
Yeah.
road, the bumps is like, oh, my goodness, okay, I'm driving, nice lane. I found my lane. Oh, I'm sorry, accident. Boom, 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 boom. So many things. And then you was able to stay down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I guess the energy, when you were going through those tough times within the business, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure we've all had it with, business and tough
sure,
times.
for sure.
The notion of, I guess, entourage and employees, I want you to really, like, break that down for the
Yeah,
people. Because
right.
a lot of people be like, all right, you
Good,
know what? I'm
yeah.
around them.
That's it.
You feel me?
I'm around, right?
I'm around him. So it's like, all right, bet I'm around him. He got his business. He popping. He going to take care of me. I ain't got to do no work.
Right.
And there's people that, just sit there and, leech. That's what we call it nowadays. They
Yeah,
leech,
call
you
it
know
what it
I'm saying?
is, yeah.
Everything it is. And then the people that you actually was like, all right, you know what, now you want to actually work. You want to actually, I'm going to hire you.
Right.
So you being the CEO, you do the hiring, you do the firing, you do all that. You know what I'm saying? So what was the distinction for you to be like, all right, you know what, this person really wants to work with me?
Yeah.
How were you able to decipher that?
Man, I really just kind of look at people's character first.
Okay.
You know, some of the people that have been with me for a long time, they have given me sweat equity, and that is one thing that a lot of people need to understand. People that give you sweat equity, value them.
Okay.
Because you know, a lot of people don't work for free, man. A lot of people don't work for a vision that's not really theirs.
Got you.
And that was something that I found in my first 2 employees. And something that I kind of continue to look at finding for others, but these new ones, I just look for skill. So you kind of have to differentiate, you know, your value and where you kind of see, you know, different character foundations, and you got to act accordingly for the positions that you know you have strong foundations with the employees. They've given sweat equity. You kind of put them in positions to keep your business more secure.
That's what's up.
So, you know, character was one thing, and just work ethic. But work ethic, man, you know, you don't really realize it's not there until you've gone through a process. Because, you know, you can't tell work ethic off the first day, first week, because, you know, it goes up and down. But character, man, at the end of the day, character is the main thing.
Character, what you stand on. That's very, very important. And I think a lot of people really need to get that notion, because it's like, all right, bet, like, yeah, you hired. Oh, yeah, I'm hired. I'm going to just go ahead and work. But now, what do you really stand for? What really matters to you is beyond the bag, too. I think a lot of people need to understand that, too.
And another thing, and also in my Spark company, I'm a cybersecurity company. So we have to meet certain levels of security, you know, requirements to operate in the certain spaces that we do. Okay. So it's definitely character-based.
Yeah,
no question.
I got you. No question on that. We got to make sure.
You know, just add on to the character, you know, based on just the business that we do. So just to add that on as well.
No problem for sure. I'm glad you cleared that up. So when we talking about, you know, the notion, right? And, you know, I think everything starts somewhere. And the notion is you just got to start.
You got to start.
What has been the kickstart for you, I guess, in, you know, all of these businesses? And I know you probably approach them different too.
Yeah, man. You know, I really just approached them by giving them, first thing, the full respect that I don't know everything, right? Okay. So I'm going to do my due diligence research. I always tell people you got to research the business you're going into, because the amount of money that you may need to really get into an industry, maybe to actually get your first opportunity, you got to know that, because that's ultimately going to be the decision maker of even if you start, how long it's going to start, or that plan to get that money together to start. You know, a lot of people say I'm saving up, I'm working, but I'm saving up. That got to come with a plan. Right, you know, if it's not written down, it's not real. I always tell people that. If it's not typed up, if it's in your head, there's no way that the statistics show that it does not come forward to action. That's why I always tell people to write, you know, kind of write things down.
So you got to write it down.
Got to write it down.
So you big on journaling then?
Yeah. Well, more so big on just I need to see it. Big on visualizing.
Okay.
You know, I'm across my office, I got whiteboards. It's not even boards. It's just white, you know, the whiteboards that allow you to write things, because you have to be able to see your vision. Okay. And when I say see your vision, I'm saying that literally, not figuratively in your mind. I'm saying literally on paper. So today I need to set up my website. Today I need to call Ms. Jones. Today I need to. So eventually you can literally see your progression.
Right.
And you can measure. You have measurements. Okay, so this week I did this and I got this outcome.
Right.
You know, those are the ways that you can really measure and know where you're going when you're first starting. Because a lot of people kind of get lost, you know.
Right. Yeah.
Where do I start? I really don't have much money. Well, you can still make progress without money. No question. I always tell people, you know, free work, man, get you in the door a lot faster than paid work. You know, and that was one of the ways that I got my first opportunity. Was, okay, if I bring you value without you paying me, then I believe, you know, and you understand value costs money, you know. So that's a way that a lot of people kind of knock themselves or kind of be at that stop sign so much, because they're waiting for that little bread, but you haven't proven yourself. And that's what I tell people, man, forget that money. That little money they're going to pay you ain't going to do nothing. The opportunity, though, can get you a lot farther than, what, 200, 2,000, 1,000. You need more connections. You need more opportunity.
Right.
And that's what, you know, young entrepreneurs need to focus on that are starting that can really get somewhere.
Man, hey, perfect segue to networking, bro. Because I was just going to talk about networking. I think networking is definitely important, because it's like you were saying, like, man, okay, I'm trying to do X, Y, and Z or ABC, right? You know what I'm saying? My bad for going backwards, y'all, with the alphabet, ABC, X, Y, Z. But, you know what I'm saying? It's just important because, you know, building those relationships. I feel like, you know, some people be like, yeah, man, well, I'm this, that, and the third. So I'm going to just go ahead and do this. Or I know you could do this, so you just make it happen. Boom, voila, magic. You know what I'm saying? So being of service to someone is like, what can you provide, right? Adding value to people. I think that's very, very important. So how did you go about, like, networking, where it was like, all right, cool, you know what, I want to surround myself with this, but I don't know where to start. Let me just go ahead.
Man, let me
Like,
tell
what
you a
was that?
funny story. When I first started my business, came back from school, I bought a security conference. You know, I didn't really know. I just give me the best security conference in DC right now. Man, went there, went to the elevator. I'm fresh out of college, literally. Bought my first suit from Joseph A. Banks. Went down to this the conference room, and it was breakfast time. Man, I walk in there and literally I'm the only black person in the room. So literally, when I go in this, literally, you can like, you hear the wind of something. People do, ooh.
Yeah.
Literally, man, literally, that was literally what happened when I walked in. And for me being a fresh entrepreneur, these are just, all executives. I didn't know what conference I went to. I'm like, this may be a little too big of a conference, but that was all in my head though. But literally, I left, went back up the steps, went back to the metro, and was literally about to get back on the metro. And I was like, man, hell no, dog. Nah, dog, nah, you can't do this. Went back to the joint, right? Go back in there, right? And there's only one seat left, right in the middle of everybody. It was one seat in the middle and one seat all the way in the back, right?
Right.
So I go in, and I'm like, no, you can't sit at the joint in the back, man. Nah. So I go down, sit in the middle, go get my food. Literally everybody's staring at me. I'm eating, like everybody's like waiting for me to say something. So after I eat, I'm like, all right, you got to say something, because you cannot sit here and not say nothing when you're the only dude that looks like you here. So I just say, go. How you doing, sir? My name is Justin Drummond, president of Spark. And just turn it on, man.
Right,
and
right.
from there, connection. Everybody wanted to speak with me.
Right.
And from that time, man, it really just kind of let me know that it's all in your head. Because once you break that ice, people are more engaged to know about you than you think. It's just they're scared to start this conversation too.
Yeah, so you gotta be able to start.
So
that
if you break
conversation.
it, it's like, oh, this guy's cool. He did what I couldn't do. How you doing? And that really kind of just gave me that experience. But that was the first time, man, that really it was my first networking experience. But it really broke the ice for me on knowing that, man, you can speak to anybody, man. I went up to some of the most famous people, Duck Security. Oh, how you doing? Once I got the hand, oh, I'm with him. Hey, how you doing, sir?
Yeah.
And it's just people, man.
Right, yeah.
And,
I think we gotta get in that out of that shell. You know what I'm saying? That they're regular people. And I feel like, some people be so gangster or try to act so gangster that they can't even network.
Yeah.
And say hello
man,
to
the
somebody.
cool,
you feel me? Like they try to be too
The
cool.
cool guys,
The
man.
cool people. I don't know why,
Yeah,
man.
cool will leave
You
you
gotta sit
broke.
there. He
Right.
said cool leave you broke. Oh yeah, he dropping them gems. I just feel like it's important for people to understand networking because, like I said before, like you can start off with nothing.
Yeah.
Like zeros, nata, Nathan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it's like, all right, cool. That opportunity is everlasting though.
Right.
And that just leads to another. That
Right.
could lead to another.
Right.
And I feel like that's definitely important. So with your journey, you know what I'm saying? I know, like I said, you was heavy on basketball, right? So favorite player in the league right now?
Man,
when it
my
comes to
favorite player in
basketball?
the league right now, man. Shoot. I like watching Trae Young, bro.
Trae Young.
Yeah. When I say, my favorite player in the league right now, who I like watching,
Yeah.
Trae Young. The boy is unbelievable,
He
man.
said the boy's unbelievable.
Yeah, look, KD, LeBron, they always do their thing. But
Right,
what I'm
right, for
talking
sure,
about
yeah.
specific, just 3-point.
Yeah, splash.
splash. It's definitely something new.
I feel you. Yeah, Trae
Yeah.
Young is definitely
Trae-
dope.
yeah,
What
man.
you think about Ja? Ja Morant though.
Oh yeah, Josh killing. Is he hurt or something? haven't
I
really
think
been
he
seeing-
is, though.
I think he hurt right now because he was dropping like 44. He was killing the beginning of the season.
Yeah, he
But
definitely
yeah,
was.
him as well. I enjoy
I think
watching
Ja
him.
nice too.
Ja's good, man. I like Melo too, man. I like seeing his
Melo
progression.
nice.
Yeah, I like watching Melo
I think
ball.
progression is definitely key.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? So,
and he's starting
yeah.
off well. So
Yeah, for
it's
sure, man.
Gonna be a good playoffs.
For sure. So when we talk about like, I guess sports movies or like influence there, like, what's
Yeah.
your favorite sports movie or one of them? When it's coming out?
Man, my favorite sports movie, I would say Glory Road.
Glory Road.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Cause that was like a gutter basketball movie.
Are we
you know?
saying that because of the times we in, like right now, and what it was before? How it's kind of correlated.
Yeah,
or
it was
what?
just more what they had to overcome. You
What
know
had
what I
they
mean?
overcome, okay.
What they had to overcome in the scenarios of what they were dealing with. And actually, as you know, I played college basketball too.
Right.
So I was like, Texas Southern, that's a low school.
Right,
that's
right.
not like a Kentucky. And that never happens to win a national championship.
Right.
So more so the story, understanding what people that look like me, what they went through in those times,
Right.
what they overcame to still win.
Right.
And the character of everybody that was a part of that, man, that was something that was just inspiring to me because I play with all, I play with, white people, black people. I've had, all type of races of people on my basketball team or
Right.
playing teammates. And it's just, knowing that, man, it's all about people's character. I'm
Yeah.
a character guy.
Character. That's
I'm a
what's
character.
up, man. You ain't judging them because of the color of their skin. That's
and what's
aight.
your character like, man?
That's aight.
And that's really what kind of sustains a lot of the relationships and the ability to connect with other people because they got good character.
Yeah,
So,
I think for me, I'm gonna have to say probably Coach Carter.
I like Coach Carter.
Reason why I'm
I
gonna say Coach Carter, because like Coach Carter was that discipline.
Yeah,
it's
it
like,
was.
this ain't gonna be sweet. You gotta sit there and go ahead and run. I
was.
want to lay up. You making this layup.
Yeah.
But most importantly, they just, he taught them how to win off the court and
Off
on
the
the
court,
court.
yeah.
You feel me? And I think that
was
was
a great
really
movie.
dope. And I think that kind of correlates with you too, because it's like when I think of that, I'm like, yeah, Coach Carter, Justin, like for sure. Only reason why I say that is because you had your head in the books.
Yeah.
And then you also wanted to perform on the court, but you knew that, okay, performing on the court, that's my outlet. That's
Right.
like therapeutic.
Right.
Basketball, I love it. You know
Exactly,
what I'm saying?
man.
But then I also know off the court, I got to make sure that my grades is right. I got to make sure that my foundation is right. My plan is right. You know what I'm saying? The end goal.
Yeah, and also, man, so when I first started my business, like I said, long bus rides, hotel rooms, like that was the life for like 4 or 5 months.
Right.
Man, so I'm on the bus reading it, and my teammates laughing. Or like, I'm working on my business. You're like, oh, you starting a little business, little security guards, huh? Security guards. I'm like, bro, really? Security guards? But, but I don't care. You talk laugh. I know where I'm going, so we laugh. And man, it's funny, like, two months later, or not even 2 months later, a month later, I see books start popping up.
Right.
Bama started just having books now.
Right.
So I guess I was the joke, huh? But y'all
Right.
got books right now.
Right.
So it's more of so, man, somebody got to be that example.
Right.
And that was one of the examples that kind of showed them, man, y'all better figure out what y'all gonna do with y'all life after this. We got 2 more years. That train is moving to the cliff.
Right, yeah.
And they didn't really take me serious at that time. And
Right.
they kind of did as we were going on, and I was, the year was coming to an end. But and just being that example, and sometimes being that silent example changes people. And that was
Right.
one of the things. I didn't have to say nothing. I just had a book. And randomly, everybody else got books now. Like, hey, man, maybe I need to
That's
start
dope.
reading.
So I guess what we could say really about that is knowledge is the new money.
Knowledge is always the new money.
Knowledge is the new money.
Yeah, and
So-
YouTube is the new college.
He said YouTube is the new college and knowledge is the new money.
Yeah.
So do you have any current books that you've read so far or, know what I'm saying, have really tapped into? Or, I know sometimes
Man.
with the social media now or ebooks, know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
Kindle, everybody reading different types of ways, know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. So the funny thing was, the last book I read was probably, so it's one book that I've always kept with me that I love. It was called 100 Millionaire Black Entrepreneurs.
Okay.
And it was people selling everything. Their grandma's peanut butter, their uncle's pancake recipe, just all type of ideas that were turned into $1 million businesses. And this book, man, I still have it till today, and I continually read it. I just kind of go over the story. Sometimes I need my inspiration.
Right.
And it just shows me, man, that, they started out small and slowly they grew to where they got.
Right.
So it's called 100 Black Entrepreneur Millionaires. I forgot who the guy is, but I haven't read it in a little bit, man. I've honestly be reading proposals now. Oh my goodness.
That's all
Proposals and RFPs are literally my new books
Anything-
until I get this contract.
That's
but
all good, man.
That's
He
definitely
grinding
one of them,
and
man.
he working,
for
man.
sure.
Like I be reading a lot of books, man. I
Yeah.
mean, a couple of the joints I read, The Way of the Superior Man.
Oh,
that
that's
was
smooth.
one good with self-help. You know what I'm saying? The Mind of Wallow, 267.
Oh, you read his? How
and
was
two.
his?
That joint was definitely good,
was
man.
good?
He definitely
Yeah,
be,
Wallow be
you know what I'm
killing it,
saying? He
man.
be killing it, man.
Killing it,
you
for
know,
sure.
I don't know why people think I look like him.
Oh yeah, it's like
But it's
get grind, huh? Get up on you.
Yeah, but yeah, people,
Nah,
I don't
for
know
sure.
why people see the correlation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, a
Talking
little
to the
bit.
guy back
It's
there,
probably,
like that.
yeah, you know,
But
I got the little walnut here a little bit.
what else? Man, The Richest Man in Babylon.
Yes.
What else? We got The Other Side of Truth, The King Inside. There's so many books, man. I actually
great,
read
bro.
over like 30 books during COVID, bro. Like I
great,
was
bro.
really locked in, like maybe a book and a half a week.
That's
Y'all,
great,
like, really
bro.
like locking in and doubling down, man. It
Yeah,
really
nah, man.
just-
Books fill you with
yeah,
knowledge, bro. They
definitely do, man.
fill you, bro.
They definitely do. So when we talking about dreaming, man, I feel like it's a cool thing to do, and everybody has a dream. Like it's obtainable, right? But for those people that just don't know, people that have always quit, I guess people that always felt like throwing the towel in, what would you say to them? What would you say?
Man,
to
I would
them,
always say that, man. Hard. What's the phrase I want to use? It's more of so. There's always a better tomorrow, right? I always tell myself, put your best foot forward, and you can live with the outcome. And so, man, there's so many more rainy days than shiny days. There's so many more no's than yeses. There's so many more not returned phone calls than returned phone calls. There are more not responded emails to than responded emails to. But like I said, hard work sometimes don't pay off in the short term.
Right.
But in the long term, hard work will not fail you. Hard work and learning from your mistakes. That's more of so being smart. Because some people work hard, but I'm like, you're working hard, but you're making the same mistake.
Right.
So it's more of so like chasing wisdom while working hard. Because wisdom is, okay, I'm not going to make that same mistake. I'm more wise now because I've done that and I saw the outcome. So now I'm going to refrain from that.
Right,
you know, because
right.
a lot of times making the same mistake twice, it definitely holds you back. And that's something I've learned. You know, I've messed up on proposals and have made the same mistake twice in certain areas that have held me back from getting contracts, and the contract don't come out for another 4 years. And it's like, oh, dang.
Like, dang,
So
man.
exactly. So those are some of the principles that that people just need to just carry with them, and whatever inspires you. Like I said, like that book inspires me. When I get down, I go read that book, or I go listen to some of the people that inspire me. So find something that gets you going, because sometimes you can't inspire yourself. Like sometimes I just can't inspire myself, right?
Yeah.
I need something
you gotta
else.
find a way to get yourself going.
Exactly.
I be like that all the time. I be like, bro, okay, let me go back to this book real
Yeah,
quick.
exactly,
Let me go
bro.
back to my favorite song real quick or something.
Something.
Yeah, man.
Something.
Speaking of music, like,
Yeah.
okay, what do you listen to? I didn't even ask you about
man.
that. Like,
so,
what you listen to,
so
man?
honestly, man,
Listen
I
to
listen
Ox. Listen
to
to
I listen
Ox,
to a
man.
lot of Afrobeat, man.
Afrobeat.
I listen to a lot of R&B, man.
Okay.
I'm not really. I like rap, but I'm gonna
Okay.
keep it 100, man. I got my views about how a lot of it is detrimental to where we trying to go as a people.
Right.
But definitely, man, I'm a big Afrobeat guy and more so R&B guy, man. I'm getting older now, man.
Yeah,
Can't be listening to all that hard stuff. It started,
I feel you. Yeah.
You
It's
know, I
like, oh
got,
my
you know, I
goodness,
got,
man.
yeah.
So many,
you got
yeah, so much out here, man. So many young boys out this jump.
Exactly,
Yeah, bro.
Young
Kodaks
boys
is out
coming
here.
my whip playing the newest, like, the knock. I'm like, hey. But yeah, man. So that's kind of where I'm at now, man. I'm just an Afrobeat guy, R&B guy.
That's what's up, man. I'm more in the conscious, know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
be telling people nowadays, it's like, man, there's so many young boys and not enough J. Coles.
Right. Yeah,
And I
bro,
think it's
so true, bro. And that's
yeah,
what I kinda
it's
had to
crazy.
just, like,
it's crazy.
the knowledge given is not there.
Yeah, and I
You
feel
know?
like that's what we need. Know
That's
what I'm
what we
saying? Like, we
need,
need
bro.
more
We
Coles,
need
we
it.
need more Kendricks, we need more
Yeah.
raps for these, know what I'm saying, and things like that too,
Yeah.
because it's just where we're shifting at in the culture, know what I'm saying?
sure.
So all these precedented times and what we're going through, what has COVID really taught you about like the pivot? I know like when the world got shut down, everybody's like, oh my goodness, what do I do? Like, where do I go? I'm locked in the house, can't go outside. I feel like a little kid that, know what I'm saying, got my recess taken away.
Right.
Like, so how did that feel?
Yeah, man.
for
So
you?
when COVID just hit, man, I had to lay off one of my employees.
Mm.
I just hired a cyber guy. I had to lay him off. And I worked with colleges. That was my main clients. I had about like 4 or 5 colleges on contract. And, colleges went away. They all went home.
Right.
And my contract went home with them.
Right.
So, I really had to adapt. I had to double down. I had to kind of make some adjustments of what I wanted to do, kind of pull back. But I could not let one of my other employees, the one that kind of put in that sweat equity with me when I couldn't pay him, he was still there. I had to make sure I had to figure this out for him.
Right.
So that was my more of so main goal. Like I said, back to the responsibility of people.
Right.
And honestly, what they're going to look to you for in times like this. So that was one thing, and really shifted my business model. I really moved our whole full company model toward our virtual training capabilities.
Okay.
I wasn't really flooring the gas because it really wasn't needed because, people were still around and, everything, they didn't need virtual.
Right.
But now people needed it. And I really, just adapted. I figured out, okay, that's not working. I got to get to what's working. Went out and found new partners, found new government partners, found new, on different schedules within the government, and solidified those partnerships. And literally, man, I literally have transformed what I'm doing now. And if it wasn't for COVID or just kind of, being in panic mode, man, that's when I really turned on and started to deliver.
Right, that's what's up. Yeah, he had to turn it up a notch.
You
Just
got
hit
to turn
that
it up a
switch.
notch,
Just
yeah.
hit that switch. Hit
You
that
gotta
switch.
make those adjustments
Yeah.
and stick with it.
And I think that's what I really learned about this too. Is just like, man, you gotta double down on your focus.
Yeah,
Really understand
got
what you
to.
try and get into and lock in mentally, like every single day. I know some people be like, man, you know, you got to just break those habits. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? The procrastination, that doubting yourself, things like that. And I'm like, man, you know what? Let me go ahead and double down on this. I know I could do this. So I was just trying to find something I could execute little by little by little. And I think celebrating small wins is just as
crucial,
important
bro.
too.
It's
It's
crucial.
just like, man, every win, you know, you got to celebrate, whether it's big or small. So I want you to get to define what short term and long term is for the people that don't know, because you know vocabulary is very very important. So
yeah.
short-term and
So
long-term.
you know, like short-term success is, I would say, you know, if you're still in business, you're doing well, right? Not every business is meant to have a lot of employees. You know, a lot of businesses thrive, especially tech type businesses, with not that many employees. You know, so kind of along with that, let me think. You know, shoot.
He probably thinking a little
Yeah, I
too
got so
hard.
many. I got
It's so much. I know.
I got so many ideas I got to say
It's
right
cool.
now.
It's cool. I just wanted to, you know, like, cause short term, right? For me,
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, bet. Like, short term could be like, okay, maybe a year or two, or maybe some months. to a
Yeah.
year, you know what I'm saying? And then like long term, maybe okay, you
Shoot.
know, with a 3 to 5 year game, something like that.
Okay, bet. So yeah, so more so like a long term, like shoot, man. I say long term is about 10 years. You know,
Okay.
when I say short term, definitely talking about 3 to 5. But short term success, like I just got a new office, right? The office ain't no more, you know, definitely not as big as this room, but it's able to get me to the next level, right?
Right.
So that's a small win, you know. And for me, man, I haven't had an office for 4 years.
Right.
And my employees, you know, especially now they're working virtual, so I really had to, you know, kind of take that leap of faith now. So now I have an office space that I'm responsible for now.
Right.
So it's more risk, but there's more reward because now that office space is going to take me to the next level, right?
Right.
So that's what I would say short-term success is. More of your long-term success is, shoot, for me, but for anybody, is really getting to that level of full sustainability when an entrepreneur can start actually paying himself the actual salary that they deserve.
Right.
I would say when you get to that point, that would more of be your long-term success, and that takes about, man, 10 to 15 years, bro.
That's
like
wild.
majority of us have to take the steps. I mean, it just is what it is. It's very few elevators in life. You know, if you get an elevator, then you're in the short-term category. But majority of us, you know, 10 to 13, definitely, you know, sometimes 15 years before you really reach that level of full sustainability.
And it's crazy, man, because I was on YouTube the other day, man, and I was just like going through videos, right? So there was like this little situational joint, and I think it was like a little animation joint. So it was like 2 characters. It was a dude named Thrifty Tom and Pete, right? So they both worked at this job, right? And it was like maybe a dream, I guess, because you know what I'm saying, they both got paid $10,000 a month, right? So Pete takes his $10,000 and he like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and give me a house. That's $3,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? He bought a car that costs $2,000 a month. Then he's like, you know what? I don't want to clean anything in the house, so that's another $2,000 I'm gonna spend. And then, now I'm saying,
seven in the hole.
Thrifty Tom, he goes ahead and he's like, all right, you know, this $10,000, I'm gonna just go ahead and give me an apartment. That was $1,500 a month. Then, now I'm saying, bills is $400 or $500, whatever. And long story short, you know what I'm saying, Thrifty Tom came out on top because he was able to manage his money, manage his spendings, and, you know what I'm saying, making those sacrifices. 'Cause it seemed like, you know, this lavish life that we be trying to, you know, I guess, put on for people like, you know what, I see that, I'm going to go ahead and cop that. And I'm going to go ahead and cop this too, but not really know what it's going to do in the long term for me.
Yeah, man. Just to kind of touch on that, kind of just a sacrifice and just not, you know, knowing that, man, you know, sometimes you don't come first, even though you're the boss. The boss sometimes don't come first. And, you know, so with payroll, man, you know, I'm looking at my account like, all right, what do I got to cut this month? You know what I mean? And for somebody, you know, I've kind of gotten used to that, but those are the sacrifices to make sure that my employees have what they have. Because some months aren't as lucrative as, you know, past months or, you know, future months.
Right.
And just understanding that, man, you know, it's always bigger than you. I don't come first, you know, my employees come first. And those sacrifices that have to be made are non-negotiable, you know?
Right.
So, yeah.
That's crazy,
Yeah, so
man.
that's
That's
just,
crazy, man. You
know,
really
so I'm
just...
not into none of the design, man. That's not even my style. But, man, the life that I've had to live for the last 4 years, like I kind of really just got to sustainability, I would say, kind of the last 6 months. But before that, man, you know, I'm looking at my account every payroll, you know, just to make sure. And man, that's a tough place every 2 weeks. 2 weeks come fast.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. You just
And,
on the grind, man. You
yeah.
locked in with all that. So I'd be like, man, how do you just sit there, relax? Where's the chill button with you, Justin? Where's the chill button,
and
man?
that's the thing, bro. Everybody around me, they be like, man, you gotta relax, bro. I'm
Yeah,
like, man,
don't burn yourself out on your journey. You need your rest, bro.
And the thing is, bro, I be having so much energy.
You got so much energy.
Because it's like I'm fueled with what I know is coming. You know,
Okay.
I'm fueled to the lifestyle that I know I'm going to be living soon. Like I'm fueled to knowing the vision of where Spark can be and where Exec could be and where Dreamers could be.
Right.
And me, I want to get there so fast that, man, every day matters to me. You know,
Got
because
you.
I want to be. By the time I'm 40, I'm done with all this running around.
So he sat
I'm
there and
done.
put the little joint. He said he's
By
trying to
40,
retire by 40.
I'm just answering phone calls, approving stuff. I'm in front of the camera, just doing my spiel. You know, I've done my work. You know?
Right, yeah.
And you know, and it's just the path that I took has allowed me to do that. I've started businesses, and
Right.
I'm not just working until I'm 40 for somebody else.
Right.
So that is the rewards of the risk that I took for the first 15 to 17, 18 years.
Man, that's a lot, man. And you gotta go, man. That just inspired me, man. I'm trying to retire by 42,
Yeah,
man. I
man.
think we on to something, man.
Yeah.
We on to something with that.
Gotta do
And I
my
think that's
kids,
yeah.
man.
I feel you, man. You trying to just make sure you plant your seeds so
Right.
at the end of the day, it's
Yeah.
all gonna pay off and you're not really working as hard. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
man.
saying? During that end of the stretch. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and also too, man, just like, you know, having a secure foundation, man. I just feel like in this day and age, the people who do not own or do not have some level of self-sustainability as far as economic, man, you know, the world is changing now, and I feel like, you know, it's going to be some type of suffering for those people that don't. And it's like, here's the time to really tap into what your talent is.
Right.
You know, people say I don't have time. No, you got time. 9 to 5. What's up with 5 to 11? What's
Right.
going on with 5 to 12?
Yeah.
You know, and
Them
there's
after
always
hours.
time.
Sometimes
right.
they say the after
It's
hours
the after
really
hours
be
when you come
that
to the
time
light.
when you really need that nitty gritty. Get down to the basics, man. What we doing?
And you know, and I just kind of tell people, man, you know, you're your biggest excuse. That's all. You the biggest excuse, because if you remove, you know, the fact that you're not getting it done and you're starting, you know, you'll never have all the answers. It's funny how you take one step, and you know, funny how the next step disappears. Oh, I've taken that one, but if you stop, you'll never really find out how far you can go.
You'll never know how far you can go as
Never
long
know
as you
how far
take
you
that
can
step.
go.
You gotta sit there and get off the porch, y'all. Get in the
Yeah,
game.
you gotta get in the game,
a lot
man.
of y'all been on the sidelines for a long, long time, and
long
y'all
time.
need to get in the game. Y'all mad at everybody that's sitting there shooting the ball, scoring
Right.
the touchdowns, doing this, that, and this third. They sitting there winning that life. Don't just sit there and scroll through your phone and watch them win. Go ahead
Exactly.
and win too.
Yeah, man. I be telling people, man, opportunity comes to those who on the dance floor. If you're not out there, like I know some of my friends, man, they've been in business 2 years, got $1 million contracts. I be like, but hey, he did the work.
Yeah, he did the work.
Hey,
Yeah,
he
gotta
started the
salute him.
business.
Right.
He did his work.
Right.
And you can't be mad at somebody for what comes to them after doing the work. You know,
can't.
and all you do is just want to partner with them now. You know, how can I learn from that? How can I build from that? You know, how can I provide them value so now they can provide me opportunity to get where they're going? Because some
Right.
people do got elevators, and for those people that do, you need to be strategic as a business owner to find out where you can provide your value.
Facts.
And
facts,
they may, you know,
facts.
so, yeah.
And I would just say, like, okay, look, the clothes, that's cool. The houses, that's cool. The cars, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Social media, that's cool. Put the work in.
Got
Put the
to.
work in.
Gotta
Once
put
you
the
put
work
in the
in.
work, that's how you put yourself in position.
Yeah.
And that's what you've been doing, man. You've put
Been
yourself
trying,
in
man.
position. You put other people in position, man. And it's just a wonderful thing to say and do, man.
Yeah.
That you actually are doing what you say and mean, man. So any
appreciate
final
that,
words,
bro.
man? Any final words?
Yeah,
that you wanna
man.
tell
So
these people,
for sure, man. So I want y'all to check out, man. I got this new merch dropping soon. Dreamers Inspiration. We got some new virtual offerings coming out as far as training for kids. Just really trying to provide our people with information. Information literally, opens our minds up to opportunities that literally can take you to the next level, and also put you in an environment of what's next. You always want to be ahead of the game, and that's what we want to do at Dreamers Inspiration. So be on the lookout for that. Exec Suit Company, check us out, man. We have the best quality and prices in town. I lied to you not. Check us out on Instagram, execs_suit_company. And the reason why we call it execs is because I believe everybody has their own inner executive. And our suit, no question, will make you tap into it.
My man.
And that's pretty much it.
My man,
and also follow Justin Drummer. That's my personal page. But I do got a lot of businesses, so stuff be popping up kind of on those pages as well. So wanted to plug that.
Hey man, so I just want to sit there and say thank you, man. You a busy man. You could have been anywhere in the world right now, but you just tapped in with me, man. The Grind Hard Dream Big Show. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream, man. My man Justin, man, and we out, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Grind hard, dream big. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. Salute to you, King. Keep working, man.
Bro.
Let's get it.
No doubt.
Paid producer.
Hello? Huh? What you doing? Are you grinding today? Are you working today? Are you putting something towards your dreams today? You said that the last time. What you mean? You saying you still trying to put it together? What you mean? I gotta do it? No, I'm not gonna do it. Nobody's gonna do it for you. Look, put it together. Hey man, look, you're doing too much. You're doing too much. Stop going back to your past. Put in the works. Your past has nothing new to say. Grind hard, dream big. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. Let's go.